known to this family as everybody's coach. We're talking about the man to deliver Coach Erik playing today, none other than Coach Erik Robinson, 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 Robinson.
Yes, yes, y'all. You don't stop. Woo! Thank you, Troy, for that amazing. Let me get the Echoplex off. Amazing introduction. Thank you so much for the amazing introduction. Can we give it up for the Griot Leo and all of y'all's stories? Woo! I love it. I love it. With the player today, oh my goodness. Do I look clear? Am I clear? Am I sharp? Does wardrobe got me right today?
Yeah. Crispy.
Extra crispy. Woo! Yes, love it. So today's gonna be a little bit different. Today we're gonna do like a little Q&A. Not a little Q&A. So today I wanted to say, hey, you know what? We got this Medicare situation kicking off. We got business kicking off. We got things going on. And I wanted just to raise your hand and I want to just be able to ask what's going on for you. Because sometimes it's good to share and pour in what you're looking for. But this, I'm guessing, right? I'm coming from the field saying, hey, you know what? These are the things that I'm seeing. These are the common objections. But then sometimes you need to just get what's for you. Are y'all catching me? Sometimes you need to get what's for you. There's a saying, what is for you, right? Everything ain't for everybody. So today I want to just be able to help you in just areas of maybe business, activities, concepts, how to duplicate yourself, team building, those areas of team building, mindset, not specifically into like the details of, I can do some details, sales, how to overcome objections, how to, create situations. So we can talk about situational things for individuals, but really what do you need? So let's start with the hands. Throw your hands up. See, one thing I realized, if you ask the right questions, you can get the right answer. It's all about, Uncle Jock talked about the other day, it's about the prompts. See, most of us are not asking the right prompts. We claim that we know. And I'm gonna give y'all the situation. I'm gonna jump right into it. I was talking to somebody. I was actually talking to my son. I said, son, you ever been in the huddle? Because he's a quarterback. I said, you ever been in the huddle from boys club all the way to college? Have you ever been in the huddle and you call a play and people say, I got the play? And then you as a quarterback, they're running left and you throw the ball right because the play says go right. And then you got an interception. Yeah, that happened before. He runs a slant, and he runs it out, and I'm throwing the slant, and people in the stands looking like, man, you threw it right directly. You suck, you quarterback. You threw it right to the defender. Well, what they didn't know, the receiver was supposed to be there. The receiver ran the wrong route. But in the huddle, it's a turnover, bad play. But in the huddle, the receiver's like, uh-huh. And so I asked him about this Medicare stuff. I said, say, do you know about the Medicare? He said, not really. I said, well, why didn't you tell me? He said, I've been telling you I didn't know. I said, no, we just had a training last night. And in the training, we said, ask anybody got any questions. I said, were you in the training? Yes. Were you locked in? Yes. So why in the training, when we said, does anybody have any questions? You were just like the guy in the huddle said, I got to play. You were supposed to raise your hand and say, I don't know. But I don't know why you didn't raise your hand and say you didn't know. But now you're in the game and he went to a facility. And I'm like, you're sitting in front of a facility trying to get the information. I'm glad that you're out there in the field. I'm glad you're out there talking to these seniors. I'm glad you went to work. But you were supposed to raise your hand in the huddle so you can get the right play. So some of y'all are out there trying to grow your business, real life, trying to make a real income. And we come here and say, I'm saying, raise your hand, but you not raise your hand to get where you need to go. I don't know what it is. It's just, I don't know if it's human nature. I don't know if it's culturally. I don't know what it is. But I'm telling you today, raise your hand so you can help get the play that you need to get where you need to go. Don't care about nobody else. Now's the time for you to be a little bit selfish. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you're selfish anyway. So some of y'all don't care about nobody. You're selfish anyway, but then you get in a big crowd. You don't want to be selfish. Like, oh, I don't want to be selfish. Stop the crap you are. You're thinking about yourself. So now I'm telling you, this is where you got to think about yourself in front of everybody else, and everybody knows you're being selfish. But I'm telling you, when you start asking questions, Dr. Mom, I'm coming to you because you're a professor. When you start asking questions, you're not being selfish. You're literally helping others who don't want to ask. Are y'all with me? Some like, man, I was going to say that. And I know you got a question that can help somebody else. They may not be willing to share for whatever reason, or maybe they're not in the position to share. So with that being said, Q&A. Dr. Mark, talk to us.
Coach, good morning, Coach. It's great. It's interesting you mentioned this question. It's more about overcoming objectives. How would you overcome an objective if somebody was on step 6 of their AOA, agency agreement, ownership agreement, and they see chargebacks and they're afraid to deal with chargebacks in this industry? How do you overcome that objective, drawback for that individual ready to start a business in a short term?
Education. See, people are afraid of chargeback. It's like I break it down. For me, I always try to relate things. Everything's a sell, y'all. You're selling people. You got to help them. Selling is nothing but education. So you got to educate them. It's kind of like applying for a job. And I love what Kamal said, hey, man, if you want to get a job, why don't you start a business and hire yourself? But think about applying for a job and it says you can get fired. I don't want to get the job because I can get fired. I'm afraid of getting the job because I'm afraid of getting fired. Some people don't get married because they could get divorced. So what you got to help people is, ladies and gentlemen, stop moving in fear, right? I saw a post somebody said, even today, it says, fear never made me nothing, but confidence made me millions. Fear never paid me anything, but confidence paid me millions. See, so you got to help coach them through this. A chargeback means you made a sale. Johnny, you ain't even made a sale yet. So why are you afraid of what happens if I make a sale? Isn't it what we came in business to make a sale? Does Walmart close their stores because they got a refund policy? Well, you know what? People might return the product. So let's don't even go in business because people might return the product. Ask them, have you ever went to a Target, a Walmart, any shop anywhere and returned something? Yeah, McDonald's, my fries wasn't hot. You took it back. Starbucks, you made my coffee wrong. You took it back. But they're in business. Returns are part of business. What does Starbucks say? People might return the coffee. Let's never go in business. We'll never become $1 billion company because somebody might return the product. That's the easy one, Dr. Mark. So you got to educate them. Okay?
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate that, Coach.
Yeah. Great question. Great question. The other half, Monique Pinckney, the MBA. Talk to us, Monique. Let's bring you on camera and talk to us. What's your question?
My question is about Medicare.
Okay.
So I love, doing the group things and all of that. But I understand that people are putting flyers in pharmacies and stuff like that. What's the conversation to get them to allow you to do that?
It's the conversation. So I haven't done it, but I would say the conversation kind of goes like, Now, this is one of the things. Brandon has done extensive training. He's on there, but on here, I don't know if he can speak to that. Man, Brandon, are you able to, can I phone a friend on that one? Because you've actually I don't know if he's able to.
Can you repeat that question? I didn't hear it.
My question is, I want to, because I know my pharmacist, and we've had her since our kids was babies. So what's the conversation for them to allow you to put your flyer at the pharmacy?
I actually had that happen. I mean, I just asked because I know him. I know him.
What did you say to him, Tawana?
I know him personally, and again, this man is. He's always been helping me out. Like, and again, the prescriptions. I want to discuss that, but I just said, Alex, would it be okay if I put some of my flyers in here for the Medicare? And he's like, absolutely, Miss Chisley, no problem.
But what are you doing with them? Just laying them up at the pharmacy?
I'm putting them on the counter. He asked me, did I want him to pass them out? I didn't give him a whole lot at the time, but he said he would pass them out if I, wanted to do that as well. But that's just the relationship that I have with him.
But now I'm gonna share something with you. I don't know if y'all heard this. Word tracks, okay? Y'all write this down. Would it be okay? 5 good words. Would it be okay? Y'all, that's in some circles, they call it neuro-linguistic programming. They call it sales strategies, mental strategies. If you ask somebody, would it be okay? Their subconscious mind typically says yes. Why? Because you're not selling them, they're giving permission. So it's called sometimes permission-based selling. You ask permission. And most people, you ask them permission, they say yes. Why? Because they feel like you respected me as a person, you respected my boundaries, and you asked me permission, right? If you ever been a parent, your kid's like, I'm going so and so, and you're like, hold on, you ain't asked me. Oh, now you need to, because they get to a certain age, they think they can just tell you what they're going to do. You're like, oh, in my house, right? You start getting defensive. You're like, but mom, I'm just going to grandma's house. Yeah, I don't care if it's grandma's house, whatever, but you ain't asked, right? So it's that if you ask, hey, would it be okay if I put my flyers here? Then have a conversation. Well, what are these flyers about? It's helping seniors. You know, do you have something right now to help seniors with Medicare? Do you have something in place? See, I like asking questions that I already know the answer to, y'all. See, do you have life insurance? 46% of the population doesn't. That means I got a 50-50 chance that they're going to say no. I already know the answer. I know the likelihood. Ladies and gentlemen, with this EOS program, no, it's a brand new program. People don't really have this. This is new technology. So I know they don't have anything like this. So you ask them. Instead of saying, hey, I got this. Hey,
Right.
do you have anything in place to help your seniors with their Medicare situation?
Thank you.
What you talking about? What do you mean? Well, have you heard this new system? We got something just came out that helps them with that. Do you think, Monique, that would be helpful for your customers? If they could make sure they had the right plans to get the right prescriptions, you sell prescriptions, right? If they had the right plan to get the right prescription, would that be helpful? How many people ever came to you and you got a prescription? They say, what's the price of that? Oh my goodness, that's how much? I remember my wife was on the phone the other day. The lady wrote a prescription for my daughter for something, and we was like, huh, what? Are you kidding me for that?
Yeah.
So they get that all the time. Does it make sense?
Yes,
But
thank you. That'll work for
the
the hospital too. So thank you.
It works everywhere, y'all. It works in senior home. It works everywhere. What do you have in place to help them make this decision? We got Johnny over there, because Johnny been on Medicare for 30 years, and he's our specialist. Come on now. Make sense? So you got to get out there and ask. Nathaniel, the 1% mindset. Talk to us, sir. Hold on. Let's bring you in. Welcome to the spotlight. All right, talk to us, Nathaniel.
Hey guys, how you doing? Yeah, so a little bit on that as well. Like when you're in a spot is like that, you don't know who's in charge, or you have to ask the right. Like I did recon. Like in medical sales, we used to go to like new offices and stuff, and just recon, just sit there and talk. Hey, how you doing? My name is blah blah blah, and come back maybe 2 weeks later. Hey, you remember me? That's how I used to get more information. And same concept when I was at something called the Gladys Newman Spellman House, which is a spot down in College Park. And I was talking to the lady in the elevator, because we were talking about, remember the plaque that I showed you guys in the picture? I was just like, hey, are we allowed to advertise here? She's like, yeah, I think that's a good idea. I need some help too. So I gave her a card, and she said, go talk to the people in charge. So that's my next recon. That was my next stop. Today when I was going out. But I also wanted to say something. Oh, right. My question to you is, I have another 25 resumes on Indeed, and all the people, any AOAs that I've either sent, they've gone to level 2, or I can't talk them into receiving one right away. So what my question is, I need to get a team, and I need to figure out the best way to get them onto my team, and I'm trying to figure out how to get them.
No problem. If they're stuck at level 2, there's two things happening, okay? One is the process got to be clear, so the expectations going into it, right? So what I do when I send out my AOAs, I usually don't have nobody stuck. I'm telling y'all, I'm not, because I'm some super great person. I usually don't get too many people stuck. Every now and then, because they get through, and I get them across the finish line. So what I typically do is say, listen, when you fill this out, it's going to be 2 parts. Now I think I move multiple parts, right? And one of the parts is it's going to ask you for your debit or credit card. So I tell them, because that's what people get stuck. Oh, my credit card. Oh my God, what I thought it was free. And so you let them know it's going to ask you for your debit card, but it's not going to charge. And these words I tell you, Hey, it's going to ask you for your debit card. If anybody's ever been on the phone with me and doing a presentation and training, that's what I say. It's going to ask you for your debit card. And at this point, I need you to have it handy. Because see, here's the deal. When we first got started with Experian, if you waited more than 2 minutes to go get that debit card, it would time out. And then it was hard for them to get back in. So I operate with, hey, I need you to make sure you have that handy before you get started. So, because sometimes I say this, the computer's quirky. And sometimes when you go downstairs to your purse and go get it, it may time you out by the time you come back to it, right? Now, I know y'all women, with y'all do this online shop. Some of y'all know y'all debit card, credit cards by heart, right? Bam, you know your credit card number already. And I say that and it lightens the mood. They're like, yeah, I do, because I know my number, because they use it all the time, right? It's already stored. So I make light of it. So when it gets to that point, it's not an issue. You with me? So that's what I preset the objections. And that's one of the things, ladies and gentlemen, a great salesperson addresses the objection that you already know that's coming. We know most of the objections. So step 2 is an objection hook. They're stuck probably because, the debit card and credit card, what's going on? I'm not sure if this is real. Is this a scam? And then I tell them too. Also, listen, Johnny, and if anybody's ever heard me do my presentation, hey, I know they call you Ray, but I'm gonna need your real government name. Okay, I need your official government name that's on your birth certificate, driver's license, like Raymond. So yeah, don't give me Raymond, don't give me Johnny if your name is Jonathan. You're gonna need to put in Jonathan, and you're gonna need your social security number. Why? Because when you start making those thousands of dollars, see, now you got a vision cast. So they think it's a challenge. What y'all want my social security number for? Because a lot of them haven't been in business, right? Right. When you go to your job, how many people ever apply for a job application and you got to fill out the W-9 or whatever that is called, and how many of y'all complain that you got to put your social security number in there? Never. They're like, I'm going for the work. I'm working at Big Boys. I'm working at Hot Shop. You got to put the information because they're going to take out your taxes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, when you go in business, same thing. When you're doing business with some companies and it's 1099, they're going to ask you for your W-9 because they're going to pay they're going to take out taxes. So when you get that $30,000, $40,000 vision cast, you start making that $100,000. Uncle Sam, Experian's going to pay you all $100,000. If they owe you $5,000, you will get a $5,000 check. You're responsible for filing taxes. Now, Experian needs your social security number because they got to report it. Because if they don't report it to Uncle Sam, they got to pay the taxes. Because guess what? The insurance company paid them $5,000. And they got to say, are we going to pay your taxes? Nah, man. We gave it to Nathaniel, and then we gave $5,000 to Nathaniel, and here's his social security number. Uncle Sam, go after Nathaniel. So Experian like a pass-through as a 1099. Are y'all with me? So they're going to need your social security number. So I have these conversations. I literally say that because I know some people have never done it before and they get stuck and hung up at the social security number like they got great credit. Your credit jacked, so nobody can use your social security number to buy anything anyway. So, but they're like, my social security number, what you going to do with my social security? What are you going to do with it? You can't do nothing with it, so what do you think I'm going to do with it? Saying nothing? Are y'all catching me? So let's don't go there. We need it. And it doesn't, then I tell them, it doesn't come to me. I don't get that private information, which is true. Experian does not release that to the agents, even executive director. I don't get y'all information. I don't know your date of birth. They give me a little alert that says, hey, Eric, somebody on your team has a birthday, but it doesn't tell me your date of birth. It tells me the day you was born, but it doesn't tell me your years, right? Are y'all with me? So they don't release their private information. The company has it, and you got to provide it. So when you get there, don't get hung up and stuck on the information that's coming. Does that make sense, Nathaniel? So that's step 1, the expectation. I'm gonna give you step 2, the follow-up. So you gotta follow up. Hey, John, I noticed you got an application. You probably, see, when I do follow-up, y'all, I don't come at them. I assume there was a problem. You gotta let the monkey off their back. Are y'all with me? You gotta release the tension. John, it looks like you got stuck at step 2. Man, sometimes people get stuck there. Did the system glitch on you? It probably glitched on you. Yeah, you probably ran out of time. It probably glitched on you. Oh, yeah. Because now you let him off. Like, I thought he was going to come at me. Yeah, you gave me the lie. You let him out. Let him out easy, right? John, what, you scared? You got stuck in the credit card, didn't you, huh? No. Man, John, look like you kind of got stuck. Man, I'm sorry. I apologize. Sometimes the system does that. Sometimes people get stuck a little bit. right? Yeah, because I was gonna come back and finish it up. Then they're gonna give you another lie, and then you let them off easy. Make sense? And then you let them off easy, and that's how you, ladies and gentlemen, it's always selling. It's a people business. You gotta stroke people's egos, right? Even broke people got an ego. Rich people got an ego. Don't mean because you make a lot of money. People want to feel good. I learned this from one of the gentlemen who built a large organization. Art Williams says, everybody has an S on their chest saying, make me feel special. And if you treat people like making them feel special, y'all, people miss that because we're so busy trying to figure out how we get to our goal. Nobody cares about your goal. Help them get to their goal. Make them feel special. You know, Jim Rohn says best. You helping up people get what they want, you'll get everything you want. And I'll give you this one last tip. The gentleman helped me learn that even before the Jim Rohn rule, he was like, he owns about 30 dealerships in the DC area. He went from being a car wash, washing cars, to owning 30 dealerships. And he went with the franchise. This guy didn't have any kids, and he became like his little son. Worked his way up, worked his way up, worked his way up, worked as management. He said, Eric, I got everything I ever needed by putting people on a pedestal while reaching their pockets. He said, that was his concept. He said, put people on a pedestal while reaching their pockets. Lift them up, and you can reach in their pockets. Most people don't want to lift people up because they want to be lifted up. They want to be the deal, so they're afraid to make other people feel special. Make them feel special. Tiffany, did we lose you? Your hand was up. You got a little tired raising that hand. What did we ask? Did we lose Tiffany? All right, we're going to come back to Tiffany. Solar controller, talk to us.
That's the one thing that I learned from selling, Eric, what you just saying. You always make the person they more important than you. Because if you on one level, even though how you say you know everything, the path you gotten to them, but if you're teaching, if you're doing what you're doing, and you think they in charge of everything, they do everything you want. We say this one thing too. We used to be Northwest. Remember, I say I'm gonna be your best friend until I get all the money so I can go buy a suit.
I love it. I love it. There you go. You got a question, or you said a statement?
Because I never get definitely. You said never gave me. I never took it personal because it's business. It's never personal. You can call me a rat son of a gun, but why you think like that? This is my next question. Why would you think that? It's hold on, Solar Controller. I don't want to cut you off, but I want to make sure people got questions. You dropping some nuggets, but I want to make sure anybody got any questions. Oh, I am going to lead to a question. It's going to lead you to a question.
Talk to me.
I got a question. I do on my head. I do got a question. and the thing when you're doing your on the EOS thing. Mm-hmm. If when y'all send your system when you think, what's the difference if you go right to the
site?
To the site and just start putting the people in.
All right, cool. Now I'm not going to ask that technical question. I'll ask that offline. Anybody else? Unless nobody else got a question. Anybody else? Are y'all all set? Because everybody's business is where they want it to be. Hold on, Solar Control. I'm gonna catch you that on offline after the show, okay? Because I'm gonna reserve the technical. Dr. Mark, hold on. Let's bring you back, y'all. See, let me pause something, Dr. Mark. Some of your business is not where you want to be because you're afraid to ask the question. I'm gonna call you out right now. That's my job right now as a coach. Are y'all hearing me? Rick, I really ain't got no question. That means you really where you want to be. Nope, I ain't really where you want to be. Then what's stopping you from being where you want to be is the ability to ask questions. See, most of y'all don't get a chance to ask questions. Like, Eric, I'm not where I want to be. I ask a lot of questions y'all don't see to my coaches and mentors. Are y'all with me? I'm constantly. Man, you want to see who gets up to the top? Dr. Markson and Monique, they right around the corner from ED. Why? Because they come on here asking the question to help grow their business while y'all sitting back watching them ask the questions. Come on, y'all. I'm trying to help y'all break through that.
That's a nugget.
Break through that. Y'all sit there and watch them go from 0 to ED right in front of your face asking questions. And when I say y'all got a question, y'all sit back like, no, I'm good. Okay. All right, Dr. Mark, talk to us.
Coach, I need help with this question that came up last night in front of my business partners. Have you ever come across, when your team become culturally diverse, we're going to run into some people with different religious backgrounds when it comes to insurance. Have you, can you help me with someone who's from a different culture who may not believe in insurance, but they want to do the business? So their religious beliefs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what? I look at, you look at different cultures. Let me ask you, which culture would you say doesn't, what type of culture?
They're actually Muslim background, but the person
Muslim background. Okay.
Yeah, they want to do the business, but they got religious beliefs.
So I have a lot of people. There's a gentleman who has a Muslim background, just crossed over $250,000. He sends me some of his people in the ED group. I'll put in the group. He just crossed over $250,000 in income. See, it's not the faith. A lot of times people say, Eric, we know my background, I'm Indian, I'm Hindu, whatever, and we don't believe in that. That's not true. Okay. Just like every Christian we don't believe in this. No, don't speak for everybody. Are you always with me? Because what I find out is they're taking their point, their viewpoint, right? And saying that represents the whole faith. That's like me saying all the black people ain't gonna buy insurance. I hear people say, Eric, black people don't buy insurance. That's not true. You look at the statistics, they're one of the most insured groups in the country. So here's the thing. What you have to help them understand is don't put limitations. Really what they're doing is they're putting a limitation of their feeling. Yeah, because I know my people. One of the things the gentleman told me, said, Eric, I have a diverse group. And what I do, I just run my business the way I run my business. I don't try to cater to this people, cater to this people, cater to this people. I run my business the way I run my business because I am. He said, I'm able to, I'm welcoming and receiving to everybody. And I run my business, how I run my business, how I run my business. Are y'all with me? Because that's the thing. Because some people are going to not like it, and some people are going to like it. And some people are going to say, I rock with you. Some people are going to say, I don't rock with you. You got to run your business the way you run your business, the way you run your business. And you as a professor, Dr. Mark, have you ever had a diverse group of students in your class?
Yes, I have. Yes.
Did that change the lesson plan?
Sure did not. It did not.
Did that change the questions on the test?
Nope. You're exactly right, Coach. Yeah.
You follow me? So it's like, okay, they're here to try to grow and get their degree and get their education. They're here to try to build a business and generate revenue for their family, leave a legacy for their family. You can't take that on, and they got to realize, I'm taking on this for my family. And so what you got to do is help encourage them that why are you here? Okay? Because what it is it's another way of making an excuse in the background. Trust me, that's all it is, because there's people in this industry, in this company, making a lot of money who are in the Muslim faith, who are in the Hindu faith, who are not atheists, who are so many different diversities. Are you with me? So don't fall for that trap. It's a trap.
Thank you, Coach. Oh yeah, thank you, Coach. I needed that. Appreciate you. Yep.
Hey, Eric, can I say something as being a Muslim?
Yes, sir.
A lot of times when you hear him say that's not true. Because what they're trying to do is fill you out too. See how much you care about your business. Because sometimes there's a filler. Because once they really understand and get a good and they get and on the same page as you, they're able to do business with you. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as if I don't understand what you're saying, I ain't gonna do business with you. Ooh, but if I understand your business and I understand what you think, I take you on the path. It follow the path because some of the richest people in the world are Muslims.
Come on now, come on, Stephen. Hold on, we got one more hand. Brandon has his hand up. Brandon, talk to us. Was that an old hand or new hand, Brandon? There might be somebody. Brandon might be. He's on the other side and can't talk. But let me give Brandon the permission to talk. There you go, Brandon. I'm allowing him to talk when he's ready. You should be able to talk now. But we're gonna come back to you, Brandon. Tawana, the Griot Lego. Talk to us. What's your question? Hold on. Let me bring a spotlight. What's your question?
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I'll come back to me, Coach.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm glad you won, Brandon, because this is a Medicare question. How do you handle the folks that may come in with you, but literally have not been through all the trainings that you have?
Ooh, that's a great question,
That's a
Tawana.
great question.
How do you handle the folks here's the thing, in building a team, how you onboard people is the key. All right. If you follow our blueprint onboarding system, that literally is a system for onboarding people. Say, hey, what about people who don't want to follow the system? There's a reason. They either say, I don't want to follow you, or I don't want to have success. It's two things that make people say, I don't want to follow the onboarding system. Because think about this. What job do anybody ever been to? What school has anybody ever been to going to school from little kid, going to school to college, say, you know what, teacher, I ain't trying, you got 3 tests and a midterm. I ain't trying to do no midterms. They'll say, good, pay your tuition and don't show up. And when you flunk out, we're going to keep the money. Teacher, I don't do recess. I don't do lunch. Good. You know, somebody told me this, Jim Rohn said it best. He said, man, you know what? There's winter and fall, right? Winter follows fall. And then right after winter, spring follows winter. Then right after spring, summer follows spring. And how long does it, how often does that happen? He said, every year. Every year. Winter follows fall every year. And then spring follows winter every year. It's been happening since the beginning of time. He said, if you don't like that process, go get your own planet. If you don't like the fact that winter follows fall, go get your own planet. See, what happens, y'all, your people say, do you follow the system? Do you believe in the system? If the system is the system, you follow the system, then guess what you do? You follow the system. I don't create the speed limit. If I go more than 25 miles per hour, now the police don't have to pull me over. They just send a ticket in the mail. And if you get enough tickets, they will not renew your driver's license. Ask me how I know. Or your tags. Hey, but I don't like I should go 50 in a 45. I believe I should go. Good. Get your own country, get your own island, buy your own stuff, and do your own thing with your own electricity. But guess what? We don't. We live in this big world. So what happens, Tawana, when somebody joins my team, I don't get some of the pushback some of y'all get. You know why? Because I follow and bleed the system. Stephen said it best. People will test you and see how much do you believe in it. Your kids would test you, see how much you believe in it. Mom and dad say, don't go downstairs. And they go downstairs, they're looking up, they ain't say nothing. Next time, when you gonna hurt, they give it in, take a mile, right? So when you have a system, y'all, and you run the system, if people get outside the system, let them get outside the system. But if everybody get outside the system, it might be the instructor. Because what you gotta understand is it's a selling process. You can't just tell them this is the system, y'all. You got to sell them the system. Why do we do this? And let me give y'all a quick selling tip. Permission to go over. We don't have to read this recap. I'm going to show you how you sell it, and I'm going to tell you why you sell it, okay? Let me show you how you sell it. So, Tawana, if I'm on board with you, Tawana, listen. Let's talk to your why. You got started. You seem pretty sharp. Are you looking to make some money? Or you just looking to have some fellowship? Which one are you here for?
Money.
So you're here for money. Tawana, I'm going to ask you a question again because it's going to come up later. All right, and it's not, Tawana, it doesn't matter to me, okay? I just want to help you be successful. That's my job because I'm here to help people coach me. That's why they call me everybody's coach. So are you here to make money or just here for the fellowship? Because we can do both or we can do neither one.
Money.
You're here for money. Okay, great. So Tawana, you're here for money. We have a process and system that's proven that shows you how to make money, okay? Now, you're going to get a feeling that you're going to want to do it your way at some point. And my job is to help keep you on task. Is that okay? Because and I always tell people, Tawana, unless you've made a lot of money doing in this industry already, then go do your own thing. But you seem fairly new, Tawana, so let me coach you through this process, okay? Just like when you go through college, right? You know, college, I don't know if you've been to college, but they start as freshmen, they give them like entry-level classes, right? Don't they do that? Then they graduate the classes, then they get a higher class. Why don't they just put them in the highest level classes? Because there's some prerequisites. There's a process. And they've been doing this throughout hundreds of years, some universities, right? And they kind of got this thing down. We got the same thing down to a science to help you get where you want to go. Okay, Tawana? So first things first, let's talk about why are you here? So now go over your why, right? Now, let's stick. Now, Tawana, the same thing that your why is going to make you want to get out. You like, I came here because my job is harassment. I need to make some extra money. Okay, cool. But you know, Tawana, I know it's going to happen. At some point, you're going to say, I can't come to the meetings. I can't do the training because of my job. Or you came here because you want to leave a legacy for your kids. But you know what's going to happen, Tawana? At some point, you're like, I can't come on because my son got soccer practice, because I got to go take my kids here. Like my kids, I got to make dinner. I got to help them with homework. At some point, your kids, your wife is going to take you out the game. So I'm giving you y'all notice, I'm giving her the pitfalls up front. This is what I tell people, right up front. Okay? So now we got this, Tawana. So Tawana, can I get your permission to help lead you to making some money for at least for the next 90 days?
Sure.
Give me 90 days, Tawana, and if it doesn't work in 90 days, go do you, quit. I don't care, quit. Matter of fact, we can probably start get you set up in 30 days. What do you want to do? You want to go slow for 90 or do you want to go fast for 30, Tawana?
Fast for 30.
Fast for 30. Are you sure?
Yes.
So let's go fast for 30. And I'm gonna hit Tawana, I'm gonna give you the blueprint checklist. Now, if you really want to go fast, I'm gonna tell you study this checklist after I leave. Okay? Just like when you go get your driver's license, you can go through driver's education, but you gotta go, your mom and dad, somebody gotta put you on the road, right? You can have an instructor, but you gotta do some study, just like in high school. I don't know if she went to high school or college. Most people went to high school, right? If you want to get A on that test, you can sit in the classroom, but at some point, you're gonna have to do some self-study, right? So Tawana, I'm gonna give you what you need to study. You don't have to go figure it out. You ain't gotta go chat. You ain't gotta go Google. I'm gonna give you everything you need to study. But I'm gonna check on you because it's easy to get off track. How much money do you have to invest in this business right now, Tawana? How much money did it cost you to get started?
I'm on number 10, 0.
Tawana, how hard is it to walk away from $0 invested?
Not hard at all.
It's not hard. So Tawana, it's gonna be so easy to walk away from this. But when you understand what you're walking away from is not $0, you're walking away from hundreds of thousands of dollars. But you didn't have to invest the hundreds of thousands, okay? So you're gonna walk away from hundreds of thousands, but you didn't have to invest that. So since you can't see the hundreds of thousands yet, I need you to trust me for the next 30 days, right? You see, you want to go fast for 30 days, so follow me. And that's how I set them up. And if they say, no, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do it. See, I had to sell her. Y'all with me? I'm selling her why. I'm getting her to agree. And then I got to commit and do this. But if I start saying, oh, you know, Tawana, man, say, I told you. Tawana, come on, let's meet. So you can't hit every meeting, but I'm going to see you the recording. Tawana, say you got so stuff. Do you drive back and forth to work? Yeah. So when you're driving to work, I need you to watch this YouTube video. I need you to watch this replay. Okay? I need you to really get into this so your mindset can get into this. Instead of listening to Steve Harvey or whoever you listening, Johnny Kirk in the morning, whatever you listen to, instead of listening to XM radio, I need you to listen to this. I need you to get your mind right. Even if you can't be live, watch this recording for the next 30 days. We got to make a shift to one. I got to turn you into an entrepreneur. I got to turn you into a business owner in 30 days. You know, schools charge $100,000+ to get an MBA. That's a master's in business administration. And they take typically 2 years. So you want me to do it for free and do it in 30 days, which takes a major university $100,000+ in 2 years. So you want me to turn you into an entrepreneur in 2 years and 30 days, which takes a whole major university, and they're going to charge you $100,000 and tell you it's going to take you 2 years to get your MBA. It's going to take you 4 years to get an undergrad in business. And you want me to do it in 30 days. I need you to be ready for these 30 days. Are you ready for me?
Yes.
Let's go do it. Let's go change the world. Let's go change your life. Come on. And that's what you got to say to them. You got to get them pumped up, and then you got to follow through. Y'all with me? Then you got to send a text message. You got to send them, but you got to sell them. Hey, Tawana, you're off track. Okay? But y'all think about what we're doing. We're trying to get somebody to become an entrepreneur in 30 to 60, 90 days, which they would go to school, pay hundreds of thousands of dollars, and take 2 years. Y'all, it's a different ballgame. Dr. Teresa O'Day, and we're going to close y'all.
Eric, one more. So the Medicare training will intertwine with the Tuesday and Saturday trainings now.
It will intertwine, but what you understand, even with the Medicare, it's the same principle. I'm gonna send them this call because it's not just Medicare, it's the mindset. They would never take action if they don't have the mindset to take action. Are y'all with me? So Medicare is still it's just a different product, but it's still, you got to go out there and want to, you said yourself, you said, Eric, I'm hands-on. So I need to walk through, right? Well, somebody might be hands-on too. So you got to walk them through. The product doesn't matter. So once you start understanding sales strategies, ladies and gentlemen, the product doesn't matter. Think about Tawana. You've been in business when we sold insurance. You've been in business when we sold CBD, and then we sold life insurance, right? Then we sold energy. Now we sold Medicare. The product doesn't change, doesn't matter. Are y'all with me? It's the concept of understanding people. Y'all catching that? I'm an entrepreneur. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna get the plaque in Medicare. I'm gonna get the plaque in insurance. I got the plaques selling CBD. I got the plaque selling energy. I got the plaque selling video phones. I got the plaque selling cars. I can pull up all my plaques from different industries, y'all. The product don't matter. The process is the same. What happens, I had became an entrepreneur. My mindset is an entrepreneur. And that's how we see celebrities like a Jay-Z go from rap, from selling drugs to selling music to selling anything. He's selling, got the titles. Are y'all with me? He's selling alcohol. Are y'all catching me? He's an entrepreneur. He said, I'm a business man. I'm not just a businessman. I'm a businessman. He understands I am a business. It's the business, y'all. Brent, hold tight. Dr. Teresa, let me get you your question. I know you'll be over, y'all, but hopefully y'all catching something out of this. Dr. Teresa, what's your question?
Yeah, thank you so much, Eric. It's not, I wanted to speak to the Islamic faith. I've had some team members that I recruited. What they told me just essentially is just to educate the individuals, because the religion brainwashes them. And even when a lot of them have businesses, they pay taxes, they pay interest if they do business, but they don't accept to be paid interest. So she tells me, they told me, don't mention interest, don't mention investment. So you have to let them know you are here to help people save for the future. So the interest part, but you know that the products would do that. But if you let them know, they get hung up on that and they would not move forward. So you just got to let them know.
I'm glad you said that. But here's the thing too. I'm gonna share something with y'all. Don't package the religion. I'm trying to tell y'all, don't package the religion, okay? Because some people feel no matter what religion is, people going to do the things they're going to do. But I'm telling y'all, if you look at it on the scoreboard and look at some of the top producing people, guess what? In the policy they're writing, some of them are in the Muslim faith. So what I'm sharing with y'all, you can't put everybody in a box. And you gave some good points, Dr. Teresa, but it's the person. So what you got to do as a sales rep, listen to what the person is saying. Are y'all catching me? Listen to what the person, because every Christian ain't the same. Every Muslim ain't the same. Every black ain't the same. Every white ain't the same. Every Caucasian ain't the same. Every Spanish ain't the same. Are y'all catching me? Don't box it in, because they all ain't the same, y'all. And then once you start understanding that as a business owner, sales rep, guess what? You start listening more, talking less. Listening more, talking less. What are you listening for? What are their desires? They're tuned into WWIFM. What's in it for me? And you got to tune into their station, not your station. I can tell some of y'all just the approach, the energy y'all give is like, I'm trying to make a sale. I'm trying to make a sale. Instead of, I'm trying to help somebody. I'm trying to impact their life. You can have a personal investment into it, but what is it? Is it into them or is it just in for you? People can feel it. People can sense it. People know it. Brandon, talk to us, sir. Uh-oh. Did we lose Brandon?
Yep. Hey guys, sorry about that. Had a little run in on some things. I just spoke to a young lady. So guys, let's just level set. This thing that everybody's talking about, guys, we're here now. We're at this moment. The question about how to handle the pharmacist, let me tackle that, because that's one of the things I want to make sure that we kind of go back to. Meaning that was a wonderful question that you asked. Guys, the pharmacist, they run on a low margin business. You guys know that for every pill they push, they may make a couple cents. They push thousands of pills to make $1,000 a day. If they made $1,000 a day, they'd be happy, right? What they don't have part of their plan is answering questions about Medicare, right? So that's a tremendous resource. When you say, hey, look, you're going to get questions about Medicare. I know you don't want to answer those because it makes you uncomfortable. Number one, you're not licensed. Number two, that's not your business model. Number three, you don't really have a resource tool in-house to do that. Nobody's licensed here. So this is going to be a tremendous tool for you. If you please take this flyer, if you have any questions, first of all, here's my number. You can call me personally, and I will make sure that I'm a concierge to get that person's questions answered. To Coach Erik's point, when people have big blowups about what's covered on their prescriptions, the pharmacist has nothing to do with that, right? The pharmacist just wants to fill the prescription that the person's insurance covers. So you're doing a tremendous value to them because we're the only people that can get them to a new plan, right? Get the client to a new plan. So just think about it from that standpoint. You're bringing a lot of value. You're not a bother. You're a person who's a resource and a value tool. But treat yourself like that. Walk in with swag, and walk in, being very respectful. And you're right, Coach. Do you mind? Do you mind if I put a few flyers? Do you mind if I give you this tool? Do you mind if I give you my personal number? That does work. Matter of fact, I'm going to a pharmacy today. The independent pharmacy is what you want to target. You don't want to target CVS, Walgreens. There's a big business, right? You want Joe's Pharmacy. You want the compounding pharmacy. You want the, what's the proper terminology you used to call the apothecaries, right? Apothecary is an old pharmacy, right? Go find those. Those are the people that need you because they're getting beat up by the major brands. So I just want to leave you guys with that. Is there any other questions you guys had about anything Medicare related that I missed? I apologize.
Ooh. Yeah, make sure it's today is the day for Medicare. It's open. Today, the season, the doors, the floodgates open. Are y'all with me? So I'm glad y'all here. Get your Q&As. With that being said, Troy, I'm gonna turn it over to you, sir, and see if we can get some recap. Maybe we can learn what we learned or hear what you take away. So I know it's late in the day, but Troy, back to you, sir.
All right. Well, thank you. And once again, family, you just got served a master class of the day and got it spontaneous on the spot with the Q&A. So with that being said, let's get it in there now on the Annie Willie inspired recap relay and see exactly what was your best takeaway of the day. You have exactly 1 minute to share, and then we'll pass the baton on to the next business runner. So what is and who is? Well, we know we can always find the lead runner somewhere close to the team captain. And we're going to give it to her now, none other than Monique Pinkney, your MBA Insurance and Tax Pro. Let's go.
If you want to grow your business, ask questions. The question you ask may be on somebody else's heart to ask, but they're afraid to. So ask the question. You can help somebody else.
Whoop, 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 whoop. All right. Thank you for bringing that quick 15-second split in the game. And we're going to get it started right. She did that. And now we're going to put the baton in the next outstretched hand, which is none other than the educator herself. She going to show you how to get it done, Dr. Teresa O'Day.
Thank you so much, Erik, for highlighting how when we come in here, especially if we haven't been in business before, people think they don't have to plug in, they don't have to come to training, but they want to do the business. So I like that you highlighted how MBA. I know Ms. Monique, we know how much she paid for that student loan and how many years. She did the exam and everything to get that MBA. But people, when they come in here, they want to just do it their own way and still expect the results. So what I ask them, do you want to do it fast or do you want to do it slow? If they articulate that, I follow them as such.
And you see how nicely that was laid out, nice and plain, just like an educator would always do it. And bringing it into the zone. Thank you, Dr. Teresa O'Day. And we're going to put it in the outstretched hand of the next man that will take all that education and show you the way. None other than the team captain himself. We're talking about Dr. Mark, the financial prophet, with a PROFINT.
You know, Dr. T, I can tell you one educator to another, man, you hit the nail on the head, coach. Also, it's a process of being a business owner and a business mindset. Taking 30 days to transfer somebody's mind into a business owner, that is a tall task. But if you plug in, you can get it done. And you think about it, 2 years to get an MBA, and you got to pay $100,000 to get an MBA. But remember, you have a debt to pay. So you think about that. You got that MBA, but now you got debt that you got to pay off. And what do? You got to go find a job or a business to pay that debt off. And even trying to forgive that debt and student loan debt, you see what the country's going through now. So, just think about this. If you could become a business owner in 30 days and make 6 figures in 9 months, go figure. Let's get into the business, do the opportunity, and you can do it part-time. We got part-time EDs that is transforming our lives and leaving a legacy for the rest of their life. Thank you, Coach, for what you said. To have a mindset of a business owner is the most precious thing. You are the most valuable asset is you.
Man, did he just make it plain? Did he simplify the complicated? I think he did. He said, get rid of that NBA with the debt to pay and do it quick. In a split. I'm trying to tell you. Well, we're going to give it on now. We're going to put that baton in the hand of none other than the ladies focused on families and driven by trust. We're talking about Gaji the Guide.
Thank you, Troy.
Yes.
Word track that works everywhere. Would it be okay? And then ask questions you already have the answers to. Do you think that would be helpful? What do you have in place? Great for Medicare. And this one really stuck for me. Fear never made me anything, but confidence can make me millions. That's it.
Come in with your tennis shoes whistling, and they running so fast. I'm trying to tell you. Thank you, Miss Gaji the Guide. And we're going to pass it on to Big Sis. We talking about the Rio Leo. Get it?
All right. Don't make assumptions about people's religions. They will participate if you're saying the right things. And also from the quote from Kamal from yesterday, let's go make this mailbox money.
All right. Thank you, Grio Leo, for doing that 15-second split and making it plain as well. And now we're going to pass the baton on to put it in the hands of the man that is the owner of the solar controllers. We're talking about the man called money, what everybody's here for.
Something made me think some, how you say, what they say, I've been thinking. So it made me think of this. When we look at our business, it's based off 2 things: inspiration and information. Because you get your customer inspired to what you want to do, as well as your business partner, and then you get the information to them so that they can be successful in that. So that's the 2 things I was thinking about, that inspiration and information. Because once I got you inspired, I can get the information so you can rise up to the top.
Man, called money smoking today.
Money came smoking today.
Man,
you can't smoke it on that one.
You in good shape there, money. You in good shape. I'm here to tell you. Well, and we're going to take that baton and we're going to put that baton back in the hands of none other than the educator herself, the lady that lays it down and makes it plain, none other than Dr. Teresa O'Day. Lady T, Dr. T, where you at?
I spoke already. Sorry, I didn't lower my hand. Sorry about that.
Okay. Oh, I thought it went back up. Okay. And now, well, we're going to pass it from one scholar to another when we just give it to this wonderful woman that knows how to educate folks and put it down in a very, very eloquent manner. And we're going to give it to Miss V, the insurance whisperer.
Morning. Thank you, Troy. I just wanted to follow up on the solar controller and the education and information. Remember, folks, whoever asked the question about what if people haven't done the Medicare training, every recording for our training, 120 agency plan, go to learning, click on Medicare, go to lesson 3. Recordings, get them a homework assignment. I did it yesterday for one of my team members. Ms. V, can you debrief me? I can do better than that. Lesson 3, Medicare 120 agency plan recordings. Listen to all the recordings. Get up to speed, and then let's run.
Well.
Hey, Troy,
Y'all.
I got my hand up real quick.
All right, we ain't gonna win. We are not gonna be bypassing Uncle Jock, whether we can see the hand or not. Come on, sir.
Real quick, while we were talking, and Eric and Brandon, I just sent you all a text. I've been telling Eric that I was gonna reach out to a friend of mine who I thought was a regional manager at CVS for the pharmacy department. Well, I talked to her. She happens to she's the director of workforce development for all the CVSs in the whole damn country, the pharmacy department. And she says she's going to put us, when we get off the line, Eric and I are going to call her, or either me and Brandon or all 3 of us. She wants to play so she can direct us and give us the plays to run. She says we'll start locally with the local CVSs. And if they bite, then that program could go all across the country. So let's make it happen. Yeah, that's huge, brother. I did see that. Hey, I got a 9 o'clock I'm going to jump on, but boy, Jock, do me a favor. Let's nail that one before the day's out. I don't care what we got to do before we lay our head down tonight. Let's nail that one dead, man. That's a great opportunity.
All right, man. I got you.
Jock, you know everybody.
Woo. Okay.
No, what's crazy is I used to mentor her. And I always be trying to get her into my network marketing stuff, but she was always young. She's in her young 30s, but she's been with CVS since she's been 17. And I just thought she still had the regional store access. She was like, "No, I'm director of workforce development all over the whole country." I was like, "What?" So that's huge.
Wow.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. I think Uncle Jock just drop the mic between he and Miss V. So give everybody and each and every one of yourselves, all the villagers on the line today, a round of applause. We thank each and every one of you for participating, coming out and being that valuable source of information that each and every one of you are each and every day that you show up. We want to thank Mrs. Tawana Chisley, the Griot Leo, for the Pass the Ball segment and steering that courageous conversation this morning. Yes. And we definitely would be remiss if we didn't mention everybody's coach in steering that master class of the day and that spontaneous Q&A. We're talking about everybody's coach, Erik Robinson. We thank you, sir, for coming in and showing up each and every day. All right. And Uncle Jock, you for dropping the mic. And with that being said, folks, now that I'm sure you have to know what to do now after those last 2 especially. So let me just ask the question. What's next?
Drill it till you kill it.
Drill it till you kill it. All right. I'm Troy Gandy, your index voice of inspiration, signing off from Good Morning Experts. Coach Erik, back to you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, we late, we overtime, but we right on time. So with that being said, love y'all. Have an amazing day. Get out there. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go have an amazing day on purpose. DJ, take us away.
Get your green sheets. Everybody get your green sheets.
Happy birthday, be getting it.
Put your hands in the air, it's your birthday.
Let's go.
It's your birthday. Come on, party, it's a party, it's your birthday. It's your birthday. Hands in the air, it's your birthday.
Hey.
It's your birthday. Come on, party, it's a party, it's your birthday.
Oh yeah, it's your birthday. Go, 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 Tasha, it's your birthday. Hey, fun, it's your birthday. The hands in the air, it's your
Got a
birthday.
candle out, Nas. Got a candle out.
Hey. Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Hey. It's your birthday.
Hey.
It's your birthday.
Hey.
Go, Tasha, it's your birthday. Happy birthday,
Enjoy your day.
Hey, Eric,
Thank you, everybody.
Yes, sir.
I heard you DJ mix it up with the little echo, and then transitioned it in
Yes.
there.
You gotta do a little something. DJ does a little something every now and then.
Yeah, he
I slipped him a 10 today, slipped him a little extra money today, did a little cash app. Got
So
some extra DJ play with the cash app.
practice a lot, huh?
Yeah. DJ Cash App. He's always taking requests.